Hey gals, hey guys, what's going on? Joe's Neon here. I just want to thank everybody for a great response on the Inuit mask project I did for the front door. You guys are really great about that. Gave me a lot of really nice responses. Everybody seemed to like it. So I've got another project on the bench, and I think I showed you guys the knife blank that was sent to me by Chuck Richards Custom Handmade Knives, and it was a real nice blanket. He got it back from Heat Treat. It had a primary grind on it. He flat sanded it for me, but I kept working with it, and he sent me these beautiful scales, handle material that was just absolutely fantastic, that I was really looking forward to working with. And once I started to work with it, I couldn't believe how hard this stuff was. This stuff was harder than a rock. I mean, it was ridiculous how hard this stuff was. So I ended up putting the handles on it, and I used tubes instead of pins, 1/4 inch, and I spent an entire evening sanding this thing to shape. I went through 5 belts sanding this thing to shape, and I think it came out great. And I also put the secondary grind on the blade, which I did a Scandinavian, or no, I didn't do a Scandi grind on it. I did a convex on it, half blade convex. So I just want to show you guys how the knife looks. Here it is, and the handle's prismatic. If you change the angle, the stripes go from thin to thick. I don't know if you can see that. It's like a prism or a hologram. Really cool. That's how the grind came out. Pins are in there very nicely. Worked out very well. And I put a little swedge on there. About 1/3 of the blade is a swedge. But I'm real happy with the way it came out. Scales look great. Everything looks great. So now what we got to do, folks, is we got to build a sheath for it. So I'm going to do my first taco style, fold over, bushcraft style, wet form sheath. And what I've done so far is I've cut out the pattern. Come on over here. This actually goes in here, and this is the pattern for my sheath, and this is the pattern for my welt. So I make these out of a manila envelope to fit the knife, and then I cut it out of leather. And I've got the welt all glued in on the inside of the sheath, and I also have the belt loop put on there, because once I fold this, I won't be able to get in there to rivet a belt loop. So what we got to do next is we got to soak this thing. So I've got some nice lukewarm water here, and we're just going to take it and we're going to just stick it right in the water and just let it soak for a little bit. In the meantime, what we'll do is we'll take the knife and we're going to wrap it in saran wrap. Well, you know what I want to do first? This is 1095 steel on this baby woodchuck. So what I want to do is I want to oil the steel. Just so the steel is protected, because this is going to be sitting for at least a day in the sheath, which is going to be wet and drying. So we want to protect the steel. So I got a coat of oil on there. I'll set that on the saran wrap. And I'll take the knife and I'll start wrapping it in the saran wrap. And I don't want to make it too thick because I really need a really nice tight fit for this knife to have some retention with a wet formed sheath. So I've got it all wrapped now in saran wrap, and that should be great. That should work just fine. It'll protect the knife from the moisture that's being absorbed by the sheath for the wet forming. Sheath is feeling good. Leather's feeling good. It's getting nice and pliable, ready to work with. Open the grain a little bit there. Yeah, I'm liking that a lot. It's coming along good. So we'll let it soak for a little bit more. And just want to thank Chuck again for sending me the blank, giving me the opportunity to make a knife like this. And I'm really enjoying the process. There's no doubt about it. There's a lot of thinking that you have to do in the process of putting a handle on a knife so that everything lines up and all the grind lines and everything come out nice and smooth on the scales, on the blade. There's a lot to it, so don't underestimate a knife maker. Handmade knife makers got a lot going on when they're building a knife. So let's see if we can get this thing into form here. And what we'll do is we'll slide it right in so the knife goes right into that into the welt. We'll line everything up. That's feeling pretty good. Like everything's happy in there. I can feel it with my fingers. So what I'll do is I have these aluminum angles that I've bent. Do I want to use those for clamping? Take some clamps here. Yeah, that's really nice. I like that. And we'll start laying the clamps on it. Then we'll start wet forming around the handle. Set a couple more up here. Whoop, this one's the wrong way. Well, I've got it clamped really nice around the blade edge. So now what I want to do is take my burnishing tool, a wooden burnishing tool here, and really start to work that leather around where that handle comes in. Top of the blade edge. Back of the blade edge. on the blade side here. You guys can see that there. I've got it shaped right in there, and I'm gonna slide right behind the belt loop here, and I'm gonna just press that leather in, so she's got a real nice, good, snug fit there. Now I'm going to start shaping it around the handle. Boy, it's shaping nicely. You see that? See how that's shaping, conforming to the blade shape? And I'll just keep shaping it with my fingers and working with it. And what we'll end up doing is we'll let this knife sit in here for about 2 days. Until the leather's nice and dry. Now, I didn't do any tooling or anything on this one. I didn't feel it necessary. I just wanted the natural look of the leather for the baby woodchuck. And, yeah. I'm happy with the way that's coming out. It's real nice. So what we'll do is we'll let that set under the light for a little bit. Let it dry out a little bit. Get a little bit stiffer, and I'll come back and work it again some more with my fingers. She's wanting to sneak out of there on me. We'll just keep working that leather. But hopefully, this is my first time I've ever done one of these. Hopefully it works out for me. You know, that I bring you on along with me on this project, and we'll see how things go. I'm really excited about it. I love the knife, and I love the sheath, and we'll see how things work out. But anyhow, that's where I wanted to bring you to, guys. You've seen the knife, and you've seen me do the taco shape and the work on the sheath, and we'll come back and we'll stitch it and dye it, do the edge finish, all that good stuff, you know. But I really appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. I'm glad you guys are enjoying these series I'm doing of my craft work. I have plenty of requests to do this kind of stuff, so glad you guys are enjoying it, and I'll be back with you real soon. Thanks a lot for watching.